Check it out, folks. We are here in O'Donnell Square in Canton, Southeast Baltimore. Today, it's all about walkability. Nancy Sinatra, back in 1966, had the #1 song called "These Boots Were Made for Walking."
You keep saying you got something.
And today, we're checking out Baltimore's top 3 walkability neighborhoods. And we're getting started right now. We have not met. My name is Mark, and today the videos are all about walkability, and we're starting at #1 here in Canton. No particular order, but you gotta wait for #3 though, because that's my favorite. But here in Canton, we're Southeast Baltimore, and we're right along the Patapsco River. You can see out there on the peninsula, that's Fort McHenry. Further out is the silo. So this area is urban, it's residential, young families, it's trendy, it's vibrant, it's got a big night scene as far as restaurants and bars, you name it. O'Donnell Square, where you saw me earlier, that's where it's all happening. But right here, you have an 8-mile promenade walk that will take you around from Canton to Fells Point to Harbor East to the Inner Harbor. So this whole area, it's all walkable. Everything's entrenched here. You have over in Canton Square, or Canton Crossing, rather, you have, is that what it is? Canton's, what is it?
Canton Crossing.
Canton Crossing is where you have Harris Teeter and all the major Petco and Target. You also have Safeway. You saw that. You're going to see that in the vlog. It's funny. I was telling my son Jack this morning that we're going to get out and get it. He's like, "What do you mean, Dad?" I told him we're going to be out here vlogging. Ha! I told you how to keep it straight. Vlogging. Who says that? I don't know. It's vlogging. I don't know. But anyway, this Canton area, though, it is a hip, trendy, vibrant community. And again, you're 2 miles rather from the Baltimore Central Business District. You're only 8 minutes from Hopkins and the Graduate School and the Public Policy School, the Bloomberg Public Policy School. You go across the water, you can take the water taxi or the Harbor Connector, and that'll take you over to South Baltimore to Under Armour's headquarters. But one thing about Canton, it has easy access out to 95. So you can live in Canton, you can work in DC. Because of affordability. Baltimore's predicated about affordability, and we're going to check out the Canton area right now. Now we're coming up on O'Donnell Square. You're going to see right here, if you could pan over here, check it out. This is a branch of the Enoch Pratt Library, free library, which is an institution here in Baltimore. And of course, O'Donnell Square, where nighttime, it's just live. Oh, please. You got all kind of bars and restaurants and pubs. I'll show you that. Very cool, super quaint area. You can see by the steps and the structures, it's just, it's Baltimore, baby. This is Southeast Baltimore. And you'll see little businesses, you'll see shops, and you'll see pretzels and clatterballs. I say clatterballs. I don't know why I say clattigs, whatever you say. Coffee shops, you name it, they got it all. And then one thing for certain, Canton is not a food desert. We're coming up on the Safeway. It's on the west side, but I showed you before, or we panned over to the Harris Teeter. That's in Canton, what, Harry? Canton Crossing. But this is St. Cashmere's here, Catholic, Roman Catholic Church, sprinkled all through the area, different houses of faith, houses of worship, rather. So we just left O'Donnell Street, and the other main thoroughfare, or really the main thoroughfare, is Boston Street. And you're going to see a lot of converted warehouses, maritime buildings, industrial buildings such as the American Can Company, where they've all been converted into these super hip, super cool buildings for restaurants and shops and some residences. They've done a phenomenal job in this area. Canton is probably 65% safer than any other area in Baltimore City. And you can check that out on Movado. You can check that on FBI's website. But here off to the right is the American Can Company, where the Pancake House is, out back. Again, you're going to have a lot of your major anchor stores and restaurants through this area. We're coming up on Alisana Street. We'll make a left up here. But check this out. You'll see off to the right, which is a Sip and Bite. That place is an institution of Baltimore. They have phenomenal breakfasts. They're known for their crab cakes also. It's right here on the corner of Boston Street and Alisana. When we make this left on Alisana, you're also going to see Captain James, the infamous building on the corner that looks like a ship. Good old Greeks own that. And they just the crabs, the crab cakes, the food in general. It's awesome. It's been there forever. There you go. Check it out. Ship in the middle of the road. And then across the street is where the Patapsco River is, the harbor, and they got this whole crab deck. This is one of the premier buildings here. This is Canton Cove. Woo! That is super, super swank. We'll give you a better shot of that in a couple minutes, but that place is unbelievable. You have condos from $500,000 to $1.875 million, and they have absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous views of Patapsco River, South Baltimore across the other side of the river, and of course the Inner Harbor. This is Canton Water Park right here. A lot of concerts throughout the summer. They have a summer series. I'll show you that myself in a few moments. My bad, not Canton Square, it's Canton Crossing. Ha! But you can see all the different shots. They got the loft, Ultra for your makeup, all your other needs. You got the Iron Rooster over here, and of course Chick-fil-A. So check this out in Canton. You have a couple of different places to work out. Merit Fitness Club is right here. Also in Canton Square, which we're going to show you in a moment, has Crunch Fitness and, of course, Coppermine that's heading back towards the east. No, back towards the west. Ha! But this is Canton Square right here. You're going to see you got Target. You got Harris Teeter right here. All your major restaurant, major food chains. Petco is also here. Check it out, folks. We're here at 600 South Belnord. Is that how you say that, Harry? Belnord?
Yes, sir.
Belnord Street. Belnord Street, this is the upper end of Canton. And you'll see, if you pan over to the left, Harry, that is Patterson Park. That is infamously known as Baltimore's backyard. You got 152 acres. So you have to the east, you got Compton Street. To the west, you got Chester Street. And of course, you have to the north, and that's a square area of Canton. You got Patterson Park. But you're just a block off of Patterson Park here. Here's an example. 600 South Belnord. And as far as housing and affordability, the average rent here in Canton is $2,300. The average house price is $387. This is South Belnord, 600 South Belnord. We're going to show you the inside real quick, but this is listed at $400,000. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Is that right, Harry?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. You got a 2-story row house, which is very common throughout the Canton area. You got 2-story, you got 3-story traditional historic row houses. So come on, let's check this out. And look at this. This is old Baltimore style. This is all the old marble steps. You could ride through Baltimore, and they used to whitewash these marble steps where they would glow. That's back in the day. But check this out. You come in, a little bit over 1,000 square foot. This is your main living area. You got hardwood floors, and it's a little bit narrow. But again, it's affordability. For $400,000 to get a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. And look at this kitchen. Everything's been updated. You got the granite. You got stainless steel appliances. You got natural gas, which I love because natural gas is going to be a lot more efficient. But then you have upstairs, you got the bedrooms. You got a little area deck in the back. But again, this gives you a little bit of taste as far as the housing in Baltimore. This whole area is all residences, and you have condos, and we're coming up on Tendeco Wharf, which is apartments. Spent a lot of time in there. You have a couple cantina restaurants all through here. So the Canton area is a trendy, vibrant, social life area. Young adults, active adults, retirees, young families. Very cool buildings, as you'll see Tendeco to the right here, where that's all been converted industrial or maritime space or warehouses into residences or businesses. So you know, we get calls and emails every single day, and I love it. Look, if you're moving about or relocating to the Baltimore area or the greater Baltimore suburbs, please, all day long, we got you covered. So don't hesitate. You can email us, you can call us, you can text us, whatever you're comfortable with down below, folks. So check this out. Second leg of the walkability. We're in Fells Point. Fells Point was established back in the late 1700s. And this, believe it or not, this was the premier building center for shipyards in America at one time or another. That's why you had 1812. That's why you had back in 1812, where the emphasis from the British, they wanted to come and take over Baltimore because of the shipping capacity, the Baltimore Clippers, and all that good stuff. But anyway, Fells Point today, it's trendy. It's a vibrant area. You can see the cobblestone streets. You can see the restaurants. This area, from a livability, walkability standpoint, you got it all right here. You got Whole Foods right down here. If you pull this way, Harry, you got Whole Foods right over here in Harbor East. And of course, we showed you Canton that has a Safeway, and it also has a Harris Teeter. So you have walkability here for all your needs. Major employers all through here. But again, Fells Point, it's just average rental is probably about $2,300. Same thing as Canton, and the price is going to go up to about $487. We're going to show you that next. But this is Fells Point, and this is definitely a place as far as for hanging out. But from a livability standpoint and walkability, you got everything right here. Restaurants, shops, everything you need. You got Sue Casa right here, one of my favorite furniture stores. So you got to check that out. So come on, let's go check out some other housing also. So this area is all Fells Point. So we're going to go down Wolf Street. You'll see the cobblestone streets in a second. But again, this area is all row houses, 2-story, 3-story. Got a lot of new development. Also got some fabulous, like the Elms at Fells Point, brand new apartment condos. And then here, this is what Fells Point's known for, is their cobblestone streets. All these different neighborhoods. Baltimore has well over 200 plus neighborhoods. And here in Fells Point, you'll see the little park off to the right. Most of the neighborhoods are going to have some type of park area, green space. Even back in the 1700s, they were forthright to think about having some open green space. All of these areas, though, are all dog friendly. Believe me, from the restaurants to the bars, hotels, everything. Thank God. Love my dogs. But here we're coming into the Broadway area of Fells Point. And off to the left with the flags, and Harry will show you that, is the Pendry Hotel, the Sagamore Pendry. Gorgeous. That at one time or another was an old parking garage. We used to park in there and hang out, and not hang out in there, but park there, maybe have a pre-party there, drink a couple beers before we went into the bars and all that. But all of this is still today all pubs, restaurants, eclectic shops, very cool, hip area. You can get lost down here. Coming up on the right-hand side where Harry's painting right now is Broadway Square. I'm telling you, in college, please, we ran this joint. I saw Saturn stars one night. I forget the gentleman's name, but he was always down here, the astronomer. John was his name. But you could always look to his high-powered telescope and saw the rings of Saturn. It was awesome. Off to the right is Admiral Fell Inn. And, of course, my main stop up here was the horse you came in on. This bar's been here since the 1800s. The horse, please. But a lot of cool shops all through here, great restaurants, and it's quaint. And of course, Fells Point, it abuts right next to the harbor. Not the harbor, but the Patapsco River. I call it the harbor. Everything with water in this area, I just call it the harbor. But you can see new building going across the street. This is all Harbor Point. This is another big development they're doing in Baltimore. $500 million investment that they put in place in Harbor Point. So you'll have condos, you'll have high-end living. Average rent down here in Fells Point is about $2,300, and that's going to get you a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. So here we're making a right on Alisana. This is the marker for Fells Point, but this is H&S Bakery right here. John Patarakis, he's transformed this part of East Baltimore, Southeast Baltimore, through Fells Point and also Harbor East. But anytime you're down here, I can smell it now. You smell that bread? Oh my Lord, that's H&S Bakery. They make all the rolls for McDonald's across the nation. God made a fortune, but he's put a lot back into Baltimore. John Patarakis and his family. But again, here you're seeing, this is Baltimore. Look at it. People just hanging out. A lot of bars. Smell that bread. Woo! That bread. Oh my God. You come down here, I'm telling you, all morning, noon, and night, you'll smell that bread just wafting, wafting, all through the Fells Point area. And it just smells like home. This is Fells Point. Coming up on Broadway. Broadway is, they transformed it. I believe Alex Smith and his whole setup, his whole restaurant. I forget what they call it. What's their restaurant called? Do you know? All right. But anyway, they put a lot of money in this area. The Chop Tank restaurant. But here, again, this is Broadway Square off to the left, but you got restaurants and taverns and pubs. Coming up on infamous Bertha's Mussels, they just closed down. Bertha's was an institution here in Baltimore forever. You'll see stickers still all over the place that says "Eat Bertha's Mussels" right here on the right-hand side. Bertha's hung out there many times. Great. You would go in there and you get mussels, and they had great jazz music. I'm certain that they're doing something with that. So, Vagabond Theater's right here. Great theater. And then here we're coming straight ahead to Admiral's Cup. Spent many a nights in there also. Very cool bar. A lot of these bars, restaurants, not restaurants, but the bars and the pubs definitely always have acoustic music, a music of some kind. Off to the right is where you connect with the Harbor Connector, which takes you over to South Baltimore, and the tallest building over there is Silo Point. And we're going to check that out. That's Locust Point. But here on the right side, you got the Pendry. Very cool, very swank. This is a very cool place to go hang out. You can spend a night with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, and you'll be treated nice. Got a great restaurant. It's amazing. I'm telling you, we used to park in there. Dirt parking. Crazy. And coming up on Patango in this corner, Patango is a dynamite coffee shop here in Baltimore. And you can sit there. I forget what they have. What do they have, Harry? Do you remember what they called?
Cruffins.
The Cruffins. Oh, my God. They got Cruffins in there that are to die for. I don't know. It's some type of pastry. They're good. Of course it's good. It's got sugar. And we'll stroll down here to the Fisherman's Inn. Or Harrison's Inn? Henderson's Inn? I forget. We'll come down here. But again, you can see all these converted old buildings into housing, into row homes, into apartments, into it's just got it all. And please, into converted space, condos, and because it's right up here on the harbor, on the Patapsco River. That's Henderson's Wharf for residents. Love this area. Absolutely love this area. It don't get any better than this, folks. I'm sorry. Love my Baltimore. Look at this. Look at that view. Got a marina down here in Fells Point. You also have a marina up in Canton. And across the river, show them right over there, that building I mentioned before, that's Silo Point. That's an old Wayne. It's an old grain warehouse that they converted into high-end condos, and it is swank and gorgeous. They got condos in there, one bedroom, one bath, anywhere from 350, probably right now with the way the market is, high demand, minimal inventory, probably about 400,000, and it can top out about 1.3. That's at the Silo, but we'll check that out. And then here we have the Crescent of Fells Point, all apartments, condos that you can rent. And this building here to the right is the old jail for Fells Point. You can see the bars on the window still. Who would jump out of that second floor? Please. Dynamite building here. This is a Union Wharf. Fabulous building that you can rent 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom lofts, apartments, right on the water. Trendy area. Again, Fells Point more so than Canton is definitely a lot more college, right outside, getting ready out of college. Just, it's a trendy area. It's a vibrant area. And these places down here, you wouldn't believe it, but check this out. 90% that they've been occupied, all these places. So there's demand down here. So this is Upper West Fells Point. So you're going to see with a lot of these places, they're not like super big, but the style of living, it's an active lifestyle. These people that live in these communities, whether it's young adults, whether it's graduating, just recently graduating, I guess, college, I guess that's young adult too. But you have active adults, you got retirees, and it's all about life. It's about getting out and getting it. Because these people are active. They're at Patterson Park hanging out, working out. They're getting down to Merritt properties down in Canton. So again, the walkability, look at this. I just love this area. This is Upper Fells Point. And we're heading over towards number 3, which is Locust Point, my favorite. So check that out. We're going to have some good shots for you on the way. So enjoy the ride. All right, we talk about walkability. We're here in Upper Fells Point. If you pan over here, Harry, check it out. That's Patterson Park. Again, it's Baltimore's backyard, 152 acres at your disposal to hang out, play, what have you. But here, being in Fells Point, walkability. You can walk to your restaurants, you can walk to the bars. You got St. Casimir's Church right there. But you can see here, we're at 2206 Bank Street. Come on in, check this out. And I was wrong before, my bad. The average home price here in Fells Point is $225. And that's what I'm talking about. Walkability, affordability in Baltimore. Look, you're not going to have a super big place, but you can develop wealth. You can develop equity. This is a, what is it again here? 2-bedroom.
2.5 bath.
2.5 bath. Everything's been redone for $225,000. You want to own or do you want to rent? Give me a break. Check this out. All the wainscoted, hardwood floors. This is what I really love. This is what you get because you have these historic row houses with exposed brick, and it just gives a feel to it. And look at that staircase. Come on back here. You see the kitchen. Harry, walk on back there. You got updated kitchen. You got stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, all new cabinets. And again, it's not super big, but you know what? You can own your own place. 2 beds, 2.5 baths, for $225,000, that's what Baltimore's all about. Besides a massive job market, it's all about affordability. And everything is here. It's like an enclave, restaurant, bars, church, houses of worship, work. You're 8 minutes from Hopkins, world-renowned Hopkins. So come on, let's go check it out. Now, number 3, you got to stay with me for number 3 because I love number 3. Well, it's Baltimore Raw out here today, folks. Number 1 goal. My number 1 goal is to showcase every inch of the Baltimore area. So if you're moving about or relocating to Baltimore area, to greater Baltimore area, so you can decide what area best fits your lifestyle. Okay, that's what this is all about. So if you want to subscribe, tap the bell, go ahead. So you're the first to know. So you receive a market update. So check it out, folks. We're here. Oh my God. You talk about walkability. We're here in Locust Point right now, South Baltimore. South Baltimore is infamous for, did you eat yet? You know what that is? Did you eat yet? That's how they talk down here, Harry. But anyway, you can look over my shoulder. You got Under Armour World Headquarters right here. You got Domino Sugar. That thing lights up at night. It's beautiful. But South Baltimore, look, I showcased and showed you Canton. Very nice tuck away residential urban. Fells Point's a little bit more get go. You have here in South Baltimore though, it's more sedate. You're tucked away. You just have the old style row houses. You got the warehouses converted into space. You got the grain silo we talked about as far as silo point over there. This whole area though, again, it just has a lot to offer. Whether you're a young adult, whether you're a family, prices though, oh my Lord, we'll get to that in a second. I'll show you this house, but the prices over here definitely escalated because of you got the Under Armour we talked about, but even more importantly, your easy access to 95, which would take you down to DC. There's a lot of people that live in Locust Point that work in DC, and it's all because of the affordability. That's what we're talking about. But please, on the other side of 95, which is 10 minutes away, is the Baltimore Peninsula, which is the Silicon Valley of the East Coast for cybersecurity. So again, 1.6% unemployment rate here in Maryland. It's all about massive jobs out here. But this South Baltimore though, woo, look at me, I almost fell. Ha! Anyway, I love South Baltimore because again, look at the street. You can walk up here and it's just, I don't know, you tell me. Yeah, it's industrial. It's got a little bit of a grit to it, but it's just the streets are wider. Park is not that bad down here. And again, it's a little bit more of a tuck away. So come on, let's go check it out a little bit more. Yeah, I love it. I like South Baltimore. Look at that flag, Harry. Look at that flag up there. Up in the smoke, up in the steam, not smoke. Ha! That's coming from the sugar factory on Domino Sugar. Yeah, man, it's just got a nice feel. Check this out, folks. This is Locust Point, one of my favorite places in Baltimore. It is a tuck away. South Baltimore at its finest. This is a brand new development here. Ryan Holmes is putting it up. This is Holmes at Banner Row. Pretty. I think they're starting, not that thing. I know, they're starting around $550 for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. We're coming up on Latrobe Park. Latrobe Park is a 6-acre parcel. Ball fields, great, you can walk, you can hang out. It's just a real nice tuck away park. You got 2-story, 3-story row homes. Check this out. This is Stewart Street. This leads right into Silo Point. This is an old grain warehouse, factory, or silo rather. Very nice condos. I sold, I don't know, half a dozen to clients and they absolutely love it. You got condos in Silo Point ranging from $400,000 to well over $1 million. 24-hour concierge, security. It's got it all. It's very, very cool. Love it. Oh, I like that skull. Check out the skull. This is South Baltimore. This is Locust Point, folks. Streets are a lot wider here in South Baltimore as opposed to some areas of Canton and Fells Point. But again, you can see this 2-story row homes. You got brick, you got the old concrete facade. It's wild there. You got the old mixed in with the new. Check it out. We'll go up this way. See, you got the new to the left, these newer row homes, and then of course you have the older style, traditional, more historic row homes right there. Just as we showcase the other areas for you, as far as the Canton and Fells Point, South Baltimore, this is the epitome. This house at 1320 Halbert, if you see, is a little bit over 2,100 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3.5 baths, 2-car garage. It has a deck out back. This is South Baltimore again at its finest. You got these gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous hardwood floors. You have the stainless steel appliances, the granite countertops, you have the kitchen area, you have the overhang from the island standpoint, and I just love these windows. It's warm. The floors in here, and you can see it, we'll showcase it even further when we upload the video and all that, but you see the openness of the stairway. It is absolutely gorgeous. List price $649,900. So again, you're at the top of the market. The average sales price here in the South Baltimore area is right around $487,000. Average rent, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, $2,300. So this is it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place.